Yes, will be.
Yes, it would. Averaging about 100. Not even including online. Well, no, Jen had to go fight. I was there last year. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, she invited the.
Okay, did everybody come in to sign in before we begin? If you have not come in to sign in, please come up front.
Like a second one. Nope. Type your name in, maybe. It was fine, you're good. I don't know. I've heard of her, but I haven't been drinking. Yeah.
Can you get your coffee? Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, I ended up being there 2 hours later though. So they were behind me. But I went at like 8.
You're up first.
These are
Yes, sir. There's no, I don't see her.
I'm just gonna hang out and have it on 2 sides.
That's true. Okay.
All right, hello everybody. Thank you for coming. Welcome to our second week back on campus, which feels like second month already. And I'm already behind as usual. So today's more just going to be a catch up for what the expectations are for this semester, the last bits of what we have for service hours, for means reimbursement, all of that type of stuff. So we won't keep you too long today, which I'm sure does not bother any of you guys. And we'll try and get a guest speaker for you guys next month. Okay, so here are our meetings for this semester. We can, and I'll do a show of hands, if you guys want them all sent within this week as an email invitation, or do you guys want them by month? So if you want it now with all of them, raise your hands. I figured. Thank you guys. So Jen will send those out to you this week so you guys will have them all. It also says on our next meeting, we're going to do call for nominations for the positions that are going to be coming up. March will be officer elections. The April meeting is supposed to be on a Wednesday. That's what was available for us. However, that's the week that conference is going to start. So we'll send out a survey on that once we as an exec team get to look at that to see whether maybe we can cancel that one and just do an informational meeting. So anybody that wants to leave early to conference doesn't have to worry about missing a meeting. So we'll talk about that, and by our next meeting, we'll send out a survey to see what you guys think about that, okay? Let's see. All right, so now we have our spring service events.
Hey. So we have a few events to talk to you about. We are either in the works of getting finalized or they are already planned and ready to go. So just going to give you an overview of them and a couple other things I have to talk to you about. So first up, Ronald McDonald dinners. You guys are familiar with these by now, but just a refresher, we provide meals for the residents at Ronald McDonald House. The dates at the bottom of that slide are all the ones that I have officially booked. 2 a month roughly. If I need to add more later, I can, just depending on how many of these events we actually get booked or not. So keep you posted on that. The Adaptive Easter egg hunt, this is a big deal for us. This is CUSOTA's big service event that we pair up with, or team up with Ollieweb and the Autism Society. And we host an Easter egg hunt for children with disabilities. I have a meeting with Joe Paul and Sarah and somebody from Ollieweb this coming Friday to get the details. So unfortunately that will not be on the Google Doc yet, but when I get details, I will update that in terms of location and date and things like that. But just a heads up, last year it was on a Saturday and it ran from about 9 to 1. I'm assuming it'll be similar this year. And probably either end of March, beginning of April is my guess on the date. Another volunteering event is Hand in Hand. We work with Creighton Campus Ministry that team up with Ollieweb and welcome adults with developmental disabilities in for an afternoon of food and fun. Last year, we were able to help run an activity. We had about 10 volunteers from CUSOTA run an activity. We ran arts and crafts. And then in addition to that, you can sign up to be a buddy or a partner. So you just get paired up with an individual that comes and you just hang out with them for the day. Both will count as CUSOTA volunteer hours. Right now, you can sign up on the Google Doc to be a partner, and on there you'll see a link that you need to copy and paste that'll take you to the place where you need to register to be a partner. And then everyone, people who do the activity and people who do the partner, will need to attend this vulnerable adult training on March 31st. Yeah, I haven't confirmed the activity thing yet, but as soon as I do, again, I'll let you know. There's going to be a lot of emails from me in the coming weeks, and I apologize of, hey, it's open, hey, it's open. So sorry in advance. Walk and roll. We did this last year as well. It's a walk to raise money for the Meyer Foundation for Disabilities. Just an FYI, we will not be walking in the race. We will just be assisting it. This is up on the Google Doc. It is Sunday, March 6th. FYI, that is the Sunday before spring break. So if you're still in town on that Sunday, or you're just going to be around, consider signing up for this one. I just want to let you know so you don't sign up for it now and realize, oh, that's spring break, I'll be gone. So it's at the Oakview Mall. On the Google Doc, it's again, copy and paste the link, and there's like different roles you can sign up to do. Just be aware some start at different times. And then just go back to the Google Doc, and if you can record the position you signed up for, just so I'm aware of that. Bella Dance, you guys are familiar with this one. I have reached out to Ashley and have not heard back about the first date, but if you're planning to do it this semester, same as last semester, sign up your name on the Google Doc so I know who to email later with the information. Keep track of your dates and hours if you end up doing it so that you can fill out that form that I'll send out at the end of the semester. Okay, so that's that. Shrine Circus. This one we did last year. Did you go to that one? You did. It was on a Friday, I believe, and essentially you just kind of, individuals with disability were coming to the event. You would help them on and off the bus, and you would sit with them during the performance. The whole thing went from 11:30 to 4, so you could sign up for the whole shift or the morning and afternoon shift. We have reached out to the person to contact. We haven't heard back yet, so this may or may not happen, but it'll be kind of the middle to end of February if we do get it.
All right, and so we also are doing the Rock the Block event with Habitat for Humanity. We did Framing Frenzy in the fall, and so this is going to work similar to that. Basically, these are the days where they get a lot of volunteers to help them build up their houses. And the date will be coming for sure, but we asked to have 20 volunteers for this day, and it will be either in April or May, depending on when they schedule us. And then Rebuilding Together is also similar to the Habitat, except this is going to be, instead of building from the ground up, it's going to be helping repair different homes. And so, like it says, this might involve decluttering, cleaning, painting, even some yard work. And the time and day will also come for that one.
Just a couple more slides and then I'm done. Just an FYI, last semester we racked up over 480 service hours, so that's pretty awesome. I have kind of updated the sign up Google Doc from last semester. I have, I added the hours to it, so you can go back to that and see how many hours you've worked. And it's all completely updated and finalized. I have added the Bella Dance hours, I've added out of state, and I even added last summer, the OT2s who volunteered last summer, those hours do count. So there's a tab on there for the summer. So that way, if you're curious about how many hours you've worked and you don't know, just that link will be in the email. You can check that out anytime and keep track of your hours that way. And I'll be doing the same thing for the spring. And just a final reminder, I know we're going to be kind of sending things out in phases, but try and only sign up for one event at first. A few days go by, you can sign up for more if there's openings. So yeah, any questions about volunteering, service hours, anything I've said? Cool.
And this is for those that are watching. We have the out-of-state volunteer form that you sign up when you do that. That's only going to be for third years. For those that are in Denver, OT1s, and those that are in Alaska, OT1s and 2s, you guys will actually have your own attendance for your volunteer link with your branch vice president. Mm-hmm.
Hi, so in last week's email that Jen sent out, there were some more concession dates for this semester. There is January 29th and February 19th. They're both Fridays. They're women's basketball games. You shouldn't be there too late. So, I mean, it's a Friday night, but it's still fun to just go there and work concessions. Only 3 people have signed up for these dates, so please feel free to sign up, even if you have done an event before. This is more cash going towards conference. If you haven't worked an event, do you have any questions regarding concessions? Okay, so just go sign up. Okay. OTA conference updates. We do have a group code now. If you are on the interest list for going to conference, you probably got an email from me that was a little confusing. So there is a group code. Now, we're unsure right now if you get the 20% off if you only register for one day. So what happened in the past is it used to be that if you registered for any day or the whole thing, you still got 20% off if more than 50 people signed up. But I think last year they had some trouble where they were AOTA was saying, well, these people only signed up for one day, so they count towards the 50, but they don't get a 20% discount. I asked Dr. Dahl, and she said that they're always changing things, so she and I are kind of looking for further clarification on this. However, if you have signed up, it doesn't hurt to just put in the group code because you'll still be counted towards the over 50. But I do know that that makes a difference on whether or not you would want to sign up for one day or more days. So as soon as we know more, we can get you that information. Do you have any questions about that? Okay, and if you do, you can always email me or post on the FAQ webpage. I check it pretty much weekly and answer the questions on there. So that was also a link in last week's email. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna just clarify what volunteering at conference means. So for the Dean's reimbursement, you have to attend conference. You can't just go to Chicago and have a great time and get reimbursed for it. So what attending conference means is either purchasing a conference pass. So this is either a day at the conference, or it could be more than one day at the conference, but it is purchasing a pass for conference, not just the exhibition hall. Or instead of that, you can also volunteer for 6 hours through AOTA, and that counts as attending conference because you'll be in the lecture halls watching the lecture while you're a room monitor, so that still counts. Also, this doesn't have to be on the same day. So that's for what attending conference means. In addition to this is the same thing we've always talked about, where you have to do either 6 hours of volunteering with CUSOTA or 3 hours of volunteering with CUSOTA and attending one CUSOTA social event. And then you also have to attend 70% of meetings. Any questions from that? No? Okay, good news. Oh, no, next one's good news. Garage sale. This is still fun, though. So we are going to have a garage sale. It's exactly like it sounds. We're going to put our stuff out there and sell it. Anything sold goes towards that big pot, and the pot is everything from concessions that we've made, and then everything from the garage sale will go in there and be distributed among those that have contributed and are going to conference. So even if you're not going to conference, you can donate stuff to the garage sale. And when you're thinking of what do I donate, just think of what you would put in a garage sale, like shelves, TVs, clothing, stuff like that. Okay. We are going to be working on the date and time. And yep. Okay, this is the good news. We've earned $4,384 from concessions, which is awesome. Yeah. Oh, hi, yes.
If the items don't sell on the garage sale, are we required to bring them back, or are they going to be donated like Goodwill or something?
I think it depends on the item. Like obviously, if we can donate to Goodwill, we will. But if it's something that you would prefer to have back, you can come, but I don't think you'd be required. Hopefully we have enough manpower that can assist us in cleaning up after the garage sale. So we'll have to see on the date and time and who's available to help. Okay. Also, when we get further into talking about the garage sale, I know that if you work the garage sale, you make twice as much time or something, but we will get more on that. So anyways, but yeah, so we've made $4,384 for conference, which is awesome. That puts us at an hourly rate of $12 an hour for those of you that are working concessions. Again, those 2 other dates are available, so please sign up and you can get in on this. And let's see, just some stats. The average amount of hours worked is 5 hours, sorry. And the highest number of hours worked is 17 hours. So that's pretty ambitious. which is JP. Any other questions? All right.
I thought it was Abby.
Hi guys, so kind of short notice, but we got drawn for the sponsored lunch and the date we chose is this Thursday. So come hungry on Thursday. I'm sure you guys got the email with the flyer. It's gonna be at Sarah's Place. It's a pulled pork sandwich with optional coleslaw topping if you want it. Baked beans, yum, and salad and some yummy desserts. So just come hungry and show up with $5.
I believe that there will be enough of us from the exec team that'll be able to run it, but if by chance we don't, we may send an email out for volunteers. But I think that we should be okay. And hopefully we get a good turnout. And we didn't choose that date because we wanted, it was kind of all that was left, or there was one that ended so quick. All right, Emily.
Hello, everyone. So our big fundraiser this year is the silent auction, and this money will go towards AOTA PAC, which is the political action committee for AOTA. And that money just goes to help lobbyists and the people higher up than us really advocate for us and get the things into government that needs to be there. So anyway, that will be April 21st. It's a Thursday. And this will be right before and during the, what's it called? The distinguished lecture.
Thank you.
It will be in the Harper Center Auditorium. And what we need from you is donations. And so this can be anything that you can think of, from volunteering your hours to babysit, some crochet scarves. I know were there last year. Pretty much anything you can think of. And we'll probably also be asking for volunteers closer to the date, just to help run that. So keep a heads up for that. As far as NOTA goes, the conference is March 18th and 19th. It will be at College of St. Mary's. Early bird registration is now up, so you can follow the link there. Entries for posters are due January 29th, and then there's that link to the Google Doc there. NOTA also has an Outstanding Student Award that's due on February 19th. If you would like to nominate anyone, there's the link. And also, we are in the latest NOTA newsletter, so be sure to check us out there. And finally, from AOTA, we're happy to announce that Creighton has received gold level membership. And so that means we'll be acknowledged in a couple different ways on AOTA's website, in the OT practice, on AOTA alerts. And then we'll get to go up and receive a certificate and a ribbon at conference. So that's pretty cool. If you are looking to get more involved in AOTA, you can do an SIS student internship. And those are due January 31st. So I kind of talked about this last time, but follow the link if you'd like to learn more. And finally, AOTA elections close January 29th. They're going on right now. There is someone from Nebraska who's running, and so that'd be really awesome if we could get a lot of votes for her. You can also go in to that link and see, you know, maybe there's somebody from your state who's running and you'd like to vote for them. So go ahead and do that. And finally, if you haven't heard, OT and OTA has a licensure in all 50 states. New York became the 50th state to enact licensure for OTAs, and that was back in November. So that's exciting.
Ms. Kate?
Hello everyone. Okay, so just a quick update on spring apparel. I've submitted designs to our vendor and they're currently pending, so I'll let you know when those are in. We went with the Under Armour option again, like we did in the fall, and then another basic polo that will be a little cheaper. I'm hoping to get that link to order before the next February meeting, but at the latest for sure. I'm trying to get those polos in for the OT2s, and are the OT ones going on rotations? But anyways,
In August.
for rotations, yeah, that'll be helpful. Also, there will be a clipboard ordering link with the spring apparel. It's $20, and they're really good for clinical rotations as well. And any other dues, questions, go ahead and email me.
And if anyone's wanting to pay dues for the rest, it's $5. Meeting password for those watching online is conference. And yes.
Hi, this is Caitlin again. I was just letting you know, I forgot to say, Dr. Dahl is going to be presenting at conference, and she's going to be bringing her son, and she was hoping that somebody could babysit. She will pay about $20 an hour, and she's looking for Friday and Saturday, just a couple hours in the afternoon. If you're interested, please email me, and again, it's Caitlin Ployer,
And Jonathan's a cute, chubby little baby. Do we have any questions over everything that we went over today? Sorry. None? Thank you guys for coming. Our next meeting's the 22nd, same place. I do have a meeting tomorrow with the dean to go over dean's reimbursement. 99% of you guys said to separate the money and funds between everybody, so that's what I'm going to talk to him about tomorrow. And once I get more clarification of what he can do for us, I'll let you guys know. Thank you guys so much. Have a good day. And have a good semester.
I mean,